The purpose of this video is to give you a brief overview of how our SmartMap systems technology can give you an unfair advantage when it comes to locating and researching profitable real estate deals. Once you have successfully logged into SmartMap systems, you will have the ability to research any property by entering the parcel number, property address, or MLS number and clicking the lookup button. The property details will appear in the fields below. You can then click on the SmartMap button to create your map with the property as is. However, if you are planning to add square footage for an addition, add a garage, a pool, or simply change a two-car carport into a two-car garage, you also have the ability to change these variables within the property details as well. This will allow you to determine whether or not it would be a good sound investment to proceed with that improvement or addition. Once you have made any changes and click SmartMap, the system will automatically select comps to match your specific search criteria. Our SmartMap systems opens with the Subject Property Detail tab open, along with the 3 best comparable properties within a half a mile. Clicking the property address will show you the street view so you can see the front of the property. You can look around the neighborhood by clicking and dragging the cursor, and even drive the neighborhood by clicking down the street. Clicking the camera in the upper left-hand corner allows you to see the pictures of the listing. To close camera or street view, simply click the small X on the top right side of your screen and you will be taken back to the default SmartMap view. After you close the picture view, you can then view the assessor's record by clicking on the parcel number. The County Assessor page will open in a new browser tab. From this page, you can verify the home or lot square footage, as well as view the tax details, deed documents, and all other pertinent information related to that property. To return to the default map view, simply close the browser tab. You can then view the MLS information by clicking on the MLS number. This too will open up in a new browser tab, so when you're finished, simply close the tab to return to the default map view. Clicking on Satellite View will allow you to investigate the area and keep an eye out for some things that we recommend you avoid, such as bordering busy streets, next to schools, high voltage power lines, as well as bordering commercial or industrial areas. When you close the subject property details, the map will automatically adjust to show the 3 highest comparable properties within a half-mile radius, as we discussed before. Comparables are identified by a brown tab. The subject property is always identified by the blue flag. Clicking the blue flag will allow you to bring the details back up at any time. On each tab, you will see the price per square foot and the home square footage directly below that. If you would like to view the sales prices instead of price per square foot, just click the button on the left that says Show List Prices. Now the tabs will display the list or sales price in thousands. Click the same button to show price per square foot again. Clicking on the pointers of any tab will open the Property Detail tab. The same features and details we discussed earlier are also available for each of the comparable properties. Comparable properties are properties that are within 10% of the subject property's square footage. The price per square foot listed on the comparable properties is an adjusted price per square foot. In other words, if the subject property has a pool and the comparable property does not have a pool, the price that the comparable sold for is increased by $15,000. The new adjusted price of the comparable is then divided by the square footage to come up with the newly adjusted price per square foot. We do the same thing if it is reversed. If the subject property does not have a pool and the comparable property does, we decrease the comparable by $15,000. We do the same type of adjustments with carports and garages, as we will discuss later in this video. By clicking on the Options menu, you may also select additional home types, adjust lot or home square footage, and year built, along with a variety of other options. To close the Options panel, simply click on Options again, and the panel will close. If you would like to look at all comparable properties to the subject, checkmark the high values on the left top column. Now the properties that have sold for higher over the last 12 months will show up in green. The square foot price on the tags are also adjusted price per square foot. If you would like to see any properties that have sold for less price per square foot, you would just check mark the low values on the left. Low values will now show up orange on the map. You can expand the area up to 1 mile by using the distance grade, which is located right below the Show Values option. We will also see properties that have stripes through the tags. These properties are distressed properties. Distressed properties are bank-owned, short sales, estate sales, and court-ordered sales. You should not use these properties as comparable, but just as a reference of deal properties. Check marking the NQ, which means non-qualifying properties, will allow you to view all the properties within the same area. Non-qualifying properties will show up in red. You can also do the same thing with currently listed properties for sale. When you check Listed, the map will show the listed properties for sale. The listed properties are also adjusted values to match the subject property. The listed properties on the map are in blue and purple. Blue are active listings and purple are pending listings. If you would like to view the sales price instead of the price per square foot, just click the button on the left that says Show List Prices. Now the tab will display the list or sales price in thousands. Click the same button to show price per square foot again. Below that button is our List View button. From the List View, you can arrange the properties however you would like to view them by clicking on the heading of any field. The subject property is blue and the selected comps are brown. Notice that you have the same options available in List View as you did before. So if you do not like the comps the software has selected, you can select your own. For example, clicking on High will bring in the high comps we viewed earlier in the default view. Check mark the properties you want to use and uncheck the ones you do not want to use. Notice in the upper left-hand corner, you will see the ARV values change to reflect the properties you have selected. You can select as many or as few as you would like. When you are finished, you can click the CMA button to see a new comparative market analysis with the newly selected properties. The CMA allows you to see a side-by-side comparison of the subject property to all the comparables you've selected, along with the adjusted values, how we came up with the ARV, and the price per square foot. The subject property details will always appear in the left column, while the comparable property details to the right. In this example, we see that no adjustments have been made to our first comparable because it is identical to our subject property in that they both have a pool, a 2-car garage, and no carport. But we see that our second comparable has a 3-car garage instead of just a 2-car garage like our subject. So a $10,000 adjustment has been made. Prices are adjusted by adding or subtracting $15,000 for a pool, $10,000 for a garage, and $5,000 for a carport. Keep this in mind as we notice that our third comparable, which sold for $195,000, has no pool and no garage, but it does have a 2-car carport, which gives us a total added adjustment of $25,000, thereby giving us an adjusted price of $220,000. The adjusted price per square foot is calculated by dividing the newly adjusted property value, in this case $220,000, by the property square footage. This gives us our adjusted price per square foot of $124.36. If you wish to print your CMA, you may scroll up and select Print. When you're finished, simply close the tab to return to the default map view. If you wish to generate and save your custom map link, you can do so at any time by selecting the Save Map link, which is located just to the right of the Options menu. You can then copy the link address and send the map to any email address you wish. Any changes you have made will be saved for future review. Last but not least is our rental data. If you're an investor searching for profitable buy and rent or fix and rent properties, simply place a check mark next to rentals. Rental properties appear in yellow on our smart map and show the price per square foot, as well as the actual living square footage just below that. Selecting Show Sales Price will allow you to see the actual monthly price the property is currently renting for. Clicking on a rental property will allow you to view the same details as the comparables we discussed earlier. Just like before, clicking on the property address will take you to the street view, where you can of course look around the neighborhood. But now when you click on the camera in the upper left-hand corner, you can actually view images of what the property looks like in rentable condition. This will help you determine the extent of the work that will need to be done on the subject property in order to get the highest dollar amount for your rental. This will also help you determine whether or not a specific property will actually be profitable or not before you decide to make an offer. No other program shows you these details when it comes to rentals. When you're finished customizing your smart map, simply click the Calc button to view our extensive investor report, which provides you with all the pertinent data you will need to make an informed, intelligent buying decision. Generally speaking, the column on the left shows details regarding the spread if you are interested in fixing and flipping the property. The column on the right shows an estimated rate of return for fix and rent or buy and hold investors. Our investor report can be customized based upon your specific input as well, and all of the data will be updated and saved in real time. In this example, let's say we want to calculate our spread if we were to offer 10% below the list price of $209,900. Simply enter the new offer price, which would be $188,910, and hit your Enter key. We now see that our numbers have automatically updated and calculated our new spread values and corresponding percentages. Changing the offer price to determine whether or not the property would be a profitable fix and flip will also automatically update the rental information on the right side of the report. In addition, the variables on the right side can also be changed, such as the down payment amount, interest rate, yearly appreciation estimate, and so on. As we've mentioned before, any changes you make will be updated and saved in real time. If you wish to receive a copy of your report after you finish making any changes or adjustments, simply click the Email button. Enter a from name, your email address, and any comments you wish. Then click the Send button. The report will be sent directly to your email inbox. Thank you very much for viewing and listening to this brief training video. We hope our Smart Map Systems software will help you to make informed, intelligent buying decisions now and into the future.